Did you not expect us to go live? I'm sorry. All right. Yeah. Nope. Welcome to Echo Chamber's session in between sessions. Uh, I feel like there's not as much to talk about this week, but at the same time, I feel like there's still plenty to talk. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? All right, so I'm going to go straight to it. Rusty, I asked you a question before the session started. Who do you think got hit in the face by a boulder this session? You were out, and out of this group, who would get hit in the face? Uh, chosen. Chose to get hit in the face. Put himself in that position to be hit in the face on purpose. He was playing Leonardo DiCaprio, but instead of having his hands back, they were in a position in Frost Giant that means F you. Both. That's a good question. He is. Both very good guesses. Fantasy popcorn. Emmerich enjoyed some of that fantasy popcorn. It was delicious. Well, nope, they were all three sharing it. Uh, there was a hole in the bucket, and yes, for sure, Emmerich felt it. Yeah. Spoiler alert before we let that fly. Yeah. No. It was Reed, the only one like complete opposite that you would ever think of. Because anytime we get in a fight, he's like, "I'm not getting hit," and then this time, completely opposite. He's like, "Screw you guys." Yeah. So uh, he was standing on the captain's head because it's bigger than he is. Yeah, so Reed, again, spoiler alert, convinced Harshnag to help him chop off. Yeah, helped him chop off the giant's head by giving him platinum. Didn't have to, but gave it to him anyway. And then Harshipu carried the Frost Giant captain's head back to town with us, and they decided they wanted to get it on the boat. There was a little back and forth about how we should get it on the boat, and Reed's like, "Fuck it, we're taking a boat," and him and Harshipu took off. Harshnag rowing the boat, hence the cat in the back of the boat meme that G Money posted, and they got close enough. Harshnag chucked it on, but before they could do that, Reed got hit in the face with a boulder. Had 4 HP left. Right? Uh, was Siddle because we wouldn't do that to you? Okay, all right. Touche. I did not catch that. Yeah, so Reed and Althea at the bottom of the list, and it was definitely Reed. Probably, yo. um, very true. Yeah. Other play other plans contemplated were dimension door onto the boat and drop it off, or figure out a catapult, or to crawl or walk along under the water and then swim up and chuck it on. I will give you story wise. This, go ahead. But probably, as you've said, not as good story wise. So uh, it was at the same time. I feel like the main reason the rest of the Phandalin Five stayed back was kind of like, this is dumb. This is dumb. I could just see that happening. Like Siddle's like just looking in his cookbook, like, I'm not helping these fuckers. Something happens. I don't even know them. More importantly, did your dog know who you were when you came back? Yeah. Yeah, so that was the exciting part. Before that, if we go back a little bit, we did have the option to go into a cave with some sort of unknown creature. Do we want to have any comments there? Wi- A blue dragon, is that what we're saying? How do we know it's a blue dragon? This was in that cave that we had cleared out the giants in front of. I think he was there for the start. Oh shoot, you didn't even hear about the battle. All right, my bad. Yeah, so we followed the frost giants that went northeast, and we tracked them down and decided we were going to take them out. We got to the last one, which was the captain of the ship, and Adrian polished him off, even though Griswold was saying, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah," and that Garrett forgot to put the light breeze in into play and came back to bite him. I think he's had about enough of it that yeah. But I think yeah, the windy city of Phandalin. I like it. Yeah, so we got into that fight, and then Adrian polished off the captain, even though Grizz went to interrogate. Let's talk about that for a little bit. I feel like we gotta hit this. I know we were talking about, and Rusty probably didn't have a clue what we were talking about. Now that I remember he wasn't there 2 times ago. Um, so that's true. That's true. Like we all kind of walk away when he starts interrogating. So we talked about a little bit, Adrian, about Adrian just didn't want him to be tortured, and polished him off. How would Adrian interrogate? I'm curious because like as we were talking earlier, good cop, bad cop. Like I'm thinking, all right, Amrook and Adrian could do a good cop, bad cop. Grizz and Adrian could do a good cop, bad cop. Yeah. All right. All right. I step up. I like it. I like that a lot, actually. I was thinking about it myself. So after this all happened, I'm like, maybe one of us should jump in. Maybe Evan. No offense, I love you, but he has this thing where if there's a millimeter of quiet time, he feels the need to fill it. You know what I mean? Like he can't help himself. So I feel like if someone else would jump in, I don't think he'd have a problem with it. But because nobody jumps in to interrogate, he does, and then he kind of is like a dog chasing a car. You know what I mean? Like, oh crap, what do I do now? I'm gonna punch it in the face. Except he doesn't give him our whole like, here's our master plan, right? Right, but then the villain always gives him the master plan and then walks away and leaves him. Yeah, and then somehow he escapes, and now he knows the plan. I mean, that's not a bad way to do it either. If we accidentally let them escape and then just follow them, you know what I mean? We got stealth on our side. One thing I think we could start using a little bit more is our stealthy people could get closer so that they're not taking turns to get up there. I mean, we tend to move as a team. We're like, all right, we'll go up all together, but we could send, we could spread out a little bit with that stealth. I mean, yeah, but somebody might notice the arrow sticking out. I think that one. So that's his bow. Yeah, but it depends on how obvious it is. Touche, touche. Um, I mean, I was thinking that it might be too dangerous for her, but her average roll for stealth is what, like a 23. Right. So like perception of a giant probably isn't good. Depends on terrain and stuff, I would say. I'm not the DM. I would divert to them, but it would have a lot of factors there. That, yeah, you're not wrong. Hmm. Right. Well, I mean, well, we could have them sneak around, right? So I'm thinking like last couple battle maps, like we all kind of pushed up together as a unit, which worked out well. But there might be some situations in which they could sneak around, and then you alerting everyone to us coming in isn't necessarily a bad thing, and we can get the flank off. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I agree. Some certain scenarios it just wouldn't work out. I think the distance of that cliff would have been rough. Yeah. Uh, I really wish Ryan were here tonight so that I could ask him what was going through his head as he's like, I'm gonna get on this boat because, like, for me, well, well played, sir. Yeah, you threw a rock and I ran. No, but it just character wise, I would never have guessed it from Reed. Like, it just, I don't know. He's got some chaos. The dummery. All right, that's a new coin term. I like it. It's like cookery, but dumb. That's true, but I've never heard dummery. Yeah, I like that. That's a good term. The dummery. Um, Gee, what was going through your mind as Reed's doing this? Because I could see your face. Like, you should go back and watch your face. Like, your face said, "Are you sure you want to do this? This is dumb." Like, I mean, yeah, I yeah, your face definitely said you don't want to do this. Um, yeah, no, I could not get over it, and my apologies, I was a little out of it that night, but I just couldn't get over like I no, this is dumb. And so I didn't know what to do at that point. Like there was no plan past I'm gonna ride this captain's head all the way in. Second precarious situation for Reed involving this ship. I just want to say, same exact ship, second time. Fool me once. Yeah, I mean, well said. Yeah, I don't know. I thought at one point that I zoned out and like there was some sort of plan. So when Keegan was like, "All right, I'm gonna ready Dimension Door with Amrook," I'm like, "Oh, okay. There's a plan." No, no plan, no plan. We did have two Dimension Doors. Both D Shags and Warwick have Dimension Door now. So he could have got Grizz and me there, but then the like Eric said, as far as the DPS was, I'm not sure we would have got more than one before going down. They had the turn economy at that point. Um, I mean, I would have fought them. Don't get me wrong, but it all worked out as you said. Yeah, nice. Uh, but yeah, so as far as stats today, we got one stat, and that was that was a boulder to Reed's face, which I'm trying to calculate how much HP he has. He had four left. Did he hit by two? Okay, all right. I know they were being peppered all around. I only remember one hitting. So and I was thinking, all right, like if Garrett crits on this, he might be dead. I mean, that would be imagine the storyline as Reed wrote it in and then died. Right, that's what I mean. Yeah. So, mm, hmm. How would you rule that in thinking about it with the insta death, or okay, not insta death, but unconscious but has water breathing? Death saving throws? Right, that's why I'm. Nice. All right. All right. One more thing, Rusty, since you didn't know. So, if you are more than 100 feet away from an attuned item for more than 24 hours, you are no longer attuned to said item. So, Ticklecorn is no longer ours. Right? Yeah. I'm a little sad about that personally, but there was so much opportunity. I mean, it just yeah. I don't know. It was still cool. I don't know. I like what Reed tried with it to throw it up in the air and have it come down. I mean, granted, the size of that ship that was never going to work, but I like the idea. Like that kind of enticed me a little bit more about the item than anything else. The like creativeness that you could have. hmm I w- Shh, he doesn't know that. I'm I'm still saving it. I'm still saving it. I still got it. He still doesn't know his Amrook. Yeah, you're right. He doesn't watch. Yeah, I'm still saving that. I'm still gonna cock block him a couple more times. Don't you worry. Or I was thinking about giving it to Reed. Uh oh. Whose pants would he shit? Oh, so you don't think a party member? You think it's someone else? Right, like the mayor won't give in to us, and then he shits his pants. We won't tell anybody. I suggest you just give us what we want. See what I did there with suggestion. Yeah. So other than the boulders, no stats chat tonight. We do if you have the list though. We could do Siddle's compendium of magical artifacts. Nice. Were you showing Ziggy there, Eric? Were, oh, okay. I saw the camera go down, but can you unattune to it? Oh, okay. Can you modify that, but make it Goliath only? All right. I like it. Yeah. It sounds like the Giant Slayer, but and mixed with the Stormbreaker. Yeah. Huh. That's pretty cool. I don't want to sound like Evan, but I want this. I mean, yeah. Sentient items scare me a little bit. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I mean, how do you guys know that the Giant Slayer isn't this item and I just haven't tapped into it yet? I mean, true, true, very true. Um, no, that item sounds ridiculously awesome. I think it because it takes the Giant Slayer and then the whole return thing and the whole like the rest of it. Like I feel like at our level it may be too much, but yeah, I also think I'd struggle. Amrook would struggle to keep it out of Grizz's hands. Let's be honest. I, I mean, does it say that you can't attune unless you're a dwarf? Is that what it was? Oh, nice. All right, all right. I missed that part. All right. Yeah. No, I think it sounds pretty badass. Oh shit. I I mean, don't you love it when a plan comes together? That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I'm just thinking of the possibilities. Would Griswold then try to utilize the Giant Slayer at that point, right? And then we have two of these giant slaying items. Would be pretty cool. Um, it's two-handed though. I don't think he'd give up his shield. So he may actually, let Adrin go with it. I don't know if Adrin probably wouldn't want to. I don't know where it would go though. Hmm. I don't know. Sounds like somebody's gonna have to die and make a dwarf or something. Very true. I'm excited about this next session just to come back and be at, full capacity and be like, what the fuck was that? All right, what else you got? Yeah, for the island of Cholt that we were on. Yeah, I think he's planting things in your head, Eric, so that when we come back to campaign two, I think that's what's happening right here. Oh shoot. That's pretty cool. Take a swig and heal back. Yeah, got the shakies. That is pretty cool. Thank you very much, Siddle. Good items. I'm still struggling to like wrap my mind around that first item. That item is something else. Garrett, any comments? All right. For sure, I'm going to make a pact right now. We don't tell anybody that wasn't on this echo chamber about this item. Yeah. That, and I'm gonna throw out an idea that if we ever do the battle royale, winner gets this item. I'm throwing it out there. All right, all right, all right. Just we'll leave it alone right there. But thank you, Rusty. Those were the latter two not quite as awesome. You really set the bar high, and so but nonetheless, always happy to have it. You know what? Honestly, I missed the compendium when you were in Germany. I did. So for the past couple weeks, we haven't had it, and I have missed it. I enjoy this. Another new segment we have started over the past couple sessions is the play of the game. I got to do like a sound effect for that. I think that would be pretty cool. I think this week's play of the game has to go to uh, Reed taking boulders to the face. Uh, uh, yo, got him. It was going to go to Adrin for going into the Wolf Spider to check the cave out because I really do think that scouting mission uh, put us in a better place than we could have been in as we tried to take a long rest outside of that cave. Um, you know what? I have an excuse for all the shenanigans that went on because I wasn't 100%. The rest of you guys, I don't know what you guys were thinking. G Money even tried to tell us, "You sure you want to camp outside this cave? Are you sure you want to take that boat by yourself?" Like he was trying to lead us. And we're like, "Nope, nope, that sounds like a great idea." I mean, you just be happy we didn't offer to go inside the cave to take the rest. You know what I mean? I have one more comment, then I'll open it up to you guys before we end it. Like, I like how we ended the battle, and there's this wide open cave that we know that they were going, and everybody's like, I'm gonna check all the bodies and stuff. Like, nobody gave a fuck about that cave to begin with. I mean, yeah, of course, because like I'm jumping in front of it to make sure that none of you guys die. Everybody else is like, what do we do now? We uh, maybe. I mean, in all fairness, Reed checks out the bodies before we ever get to him to begin with. So yeah, whatever time that you actually think we spend checking bodies, double it for Reed. He's already got his hands in the pocket. You know what? I think we did a decent job investigating rooms when we were in that green dragon cave, but other than that, we haven't really. Maybe a little bit, and until Warwick decided to wander off. Yeah, sorry, G. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Yeah, we could get better at that, but I just thought it was comical that battle finishes and the first thing everybody goes to, not survey the scene, make sure we're safe, check the bodies. All right, anything from you guys? Any other questions, concerns, queries, quandaries? Any predictions for the next session? Where are we going? You know what? If Siddle happened to have a history check on that and remembered it all of a sudden, well played, sir. Well played. With? Hmm. Yeah, okay. I didn't really get the tension until you say it, but I could see it a little bit. Was as we talked about, was that Grizz taking offense or was that Evan taking offense? But I still go back to what I said. I think I may have said it off camera. I think Grizz maybe needs a defined code to follow. And I think, then that would take the whim out of it or the whimsy out of it. It wouldn't be like I'm gonna punch him in the face this time, but next time, no, I can't torture him. Well, not only that, but as we said, there's a reason that that type of interrogation is not legal, right? So, Adrin's going to be a little good cop, bad cop with Grizz next time. I feel like we get over conflict pretty quickly, though. At the same time, like as soon as we're in battle again, that conflict is forgotten. I think you're just trying to you're trying to squeeze into that crack and divide it a little bit so that, because we were starting to click a little bit and you need to give yourself some breathing room. I think that's what's happening. Uh huh. Uh huh. You know exactly where those weak spots are. Just apply a little pressure. Yoga. Would he happen to be a bard by chance? Yeah. All right. Yeah, so I think this conversation you call tension it has opened up some other people to like think about ways to interrogate, and I would really like to see growth out of it, and like Adrian or Eric said, Adrian may just jump in next time and do the interrogation in thinking that, Grizz, I'm sorry, I can't watch you do this interrogation. I didn't kill him this time, but I'm gonna do the interrogation, and that jumping in might be kind of cool. I mean, Adrian, if you decide to give Amrook all your copper to kill Grizz, that's when I know there's tension. Uh, so, Rusty, for your benefit, Adrian thinks copper is like the highest form of currency. I do. I love that aspect. Like, I have thought about like next characters and stuff, like completely like don't believe in currency type deal. Oh, I only barter and stuff. So I love that aspect of I don't understand it. I'm rich. Always go left. I like it. You even brought that in with the spider. I like it. All right. Very cool. Very cool. You paused there. You paused there before you said blue dragon. It makes me think this isn't a blue dragon, Eric. Okay. All right. Yeah. Why? I thought whites were like, don't fuck with them. Hmm. All right. Well, you may get to see one close up next week. We'll see. Uh, hmm. All right, all right. Last question. Gee, where do you think we're going? I think we should start this with Echo Chamber. At the end of the session, we end it with the DM trying to guess what our next move is. Let the chaos ensue. I like it. All right. I like it. Let's go ahead and end it there. We'll see what happens. I think this session is on Saturday this week. All right. Uh, yeah. All right. Well, then we'll see you this weekend. Thanks for watching.